Welcome to Rebuild a Toy.
It's time for another Fantasy Friday. The casting we're going to talk about this week is called Snowstormer from Hot Wheels. This is a casting I normally wouldn't have reviewed, but my son absolutely insisted that I cover this on this week's Fantasy Friday video, so here we are. This casting is supposed to resemble a snowmobile, possibly. We'll get into the details of that here in just a moment. But something along the lines of a snowmobile. I normally would not have even purchased this particular vehicle, except that it was available as part of a 5-pack, and I liked the other vehicles in the 5-pack, and so I ended up with this one. Came along for the ride. So some of the reasons that I'm not real thrilled with this casting, and probably the one that's the most obvious as you look at it, is the wheels. So I don't have any problem with the open 5-spoke wheels per se, but those are supposed to be snow tracks. And that wheel stuck in the middle of that track really kind of just takes away from the overall effect of what it is that they're trying to show in this model. So you put this wheel here, and then they try to simulate the track around it. I just don't think that works. Let's take a closer look at this model. Bring it up here so you can see the base. It is a plastic base. The name of the vehicle is not on this. You have to use the 5-character code to look it up. It was released in 2015, and it has seen a few recolors since then. This one has a metal body, although I think that's taking some liberties calling this a metal body. There is metal on it, but not very much. I'll show you here. Basically the part that's black, that's the only thing that's metal here. The seat and these details here in this kind of green-blue color, that's plastic. As is the white, of course, is also plastic. So, this black part, that's the only thing that's metal. So not very much metal on it. It does have some tampo detail here on the side. This 6-pointed star symbol here, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be related to. Let's see if I can get that. I think that's SS for Snowstormers, and then the Hot Wheels logo at the very tippy top. I think that's what that is. It's very hard to see. In fact, I have to kind of look at it on the camera to see it at all. I think that says Hot Wheels on the top. No tampo in the front or on the top or the rear. Not much to the back. I guess you could try to put some lights back there, but no tampo work there. The wheels are white with the copper rim on the outside, so a little bit of color there. And that's it for color. One of the other things that struck me as odd about this is I've never ridden a snowmobile myself, but I've certainly seen plenty of them in movies and in pictures of them. And one of the things that I always imagine as a snowmobile, one here in the back, I'm not accustomed to seeing much of a gap in between the rear tracks. So I thought that seemed a bit unusual. And then here in the front, I'm used to seeing skis or some kind of a sled device in the front. So the only real moving piece is here in the rear of the vehicle. This one appears to have tracks all the way around. I want to give credit to Champion DJK. He reviewed this casting when it first came out in 2015, and I'm going to put a link to that show in the show notes below of the specific video where he reviewed this in 2015. And he looked this up, and he was able to determine that what this casting likely depicts is not really a snowmobile. What this most likely is a quad, a four-wheeler, a four-wheel drive four-wheeler to be specific, that has had a track conversion done on it. So this vehicle would have originally started out as being a quad with four-wheel drive, and had tires at all 4 positions. And then a conversion would have been applied to it to give it those tracks all the way around to make it work better in snow. So on his video, he shows a picture of what a quad converted with tracks looks like, and it looks very similar to this. So if you want to have a deeper look at that, go ahead and find his link down in the show notes below and watch his video to see that. Well, that is this week's fantasy casting, brought to you by my son, Snowstormer. Thanks for watching.